There it is. So I hope you can all see my presentation right now.
Perfect.
Excellent. So good morning to everyone, and it's nice to be here once again, although virtually in Plovdiv. Um, it's an honor and a privilege. I was thinking today of making a presentation focusing mostly on our experience with the certification programs that are being implemented using our simulators globally. I'll just roll back and present myself. Ziv Ben Ezra. I'm the Regional Sales Director for EMEA, for Europe, Middle East, and Africa, for Symbionics products. I've been working with 3D systems for the past 12 years. And this is the fourth time I'm participating in the Plovdiv Simulation Congress. Let's move ahead. So a quick overview of the advanced usage of simulation and the programs where we are participating worldwide. USA and Canada, our oldest program and the one that has already certified the largest number of trainees is the FES, the Fundamentals of Endoscopic Surgery program by SAGES. And this is a mandated test in GI endoscopy for general surgeons with around 80 certified centers, 75 of them active at the moment. The FEVS and APDVS, this is an endovascular test for vascular surgeons that is being validated as we speak. China, national testing in bronchoscopy, cardiovascular and neurovascular surgery, OBGYN, ultrasound, GI endoscopy, arthroscopy, endourology, a very big and very ambitious program that has already rolled out in China partially. I will elaborate further in my presentation a bit more about this. And the national championships by professional societies. So this one was a large program focusing on laparoscopy and bronchoscopy, set up in a kind of a competition mode, uh, but with a very strong educational foundation. In Europe, the ERS, European Respiratory Society certification program, the multi-center program focusing on endobronchial ultrasonography. Denmark is moving ahead with national testing in EBUS through the ERS certification program, transesophageal echo and lung ultrasound and more. So there's a new program that's not mentioned here, which I'll mention further ahead, focusing on endovascular procedures as well. The Netherlands, there is national testing on endovascular surgery, all done through a single center in Twente, and a multi-center bronchoscopy testing program as well. So this slide represents basically the societies that are behind these programs globally. So SAGES and ABS are spearheading the fundamentals of endoscopic surgery proficiency testing. The APDVS in the US is proficiency testing for vascular surgery in North America. NMEC is the national medical education body and certification body in China, a very peculiar body which is specific to China. I will elaborate further on that. The Chest Society has co-developed with us bronchoscopic training solutions as well, which they're rolling out very soon. The EAS, we've been working with the EAS, the European Association for Endoscopic Surgery, for a number of years, focusing on laparoscopic skills, training, and assessment. And the ERS, which is the European Respiratory Society, with their EBUS program. So, SAGES and ABS, this is our oldest and most applied program so far. We've started the collaboration in 2014. It began with a long and arduous program of both developing and certifying the test itself. It is comprised of various skills that are being assessed. With definition of these tests was done by the SAGE's staff, educational staff, and they have they actually mounted a specific board that dealt in this matter and was the liaison for our engineers and our product specialists. Since it's since it's actual rollout and the testing, we have over 75 sites across the USA that are performing these tests, and there are over 6,000 doctors have already been tested and certified through the program. The fundamentals of endoscopic surgery program is a comprehensive educational and assessment tool designed to teach and evaluate the fundamental knowledge, clinical judgment, and technical skills required in the performance of basic gastrointestinal endoscopic surgery. A very successful program, which we are trying to reproduce in other territories as well. China. So the NMEC, the National Medical Examination Center, this is an interesting body that was founded in 1985. So it's been around for quite a while, and it's affiliated to the Ministry of Health in China. And the NMEC serves as the examination organization in the health field. The main responsibilities are to administrate the supervision of Ministry of Health and its Medical Licensing Examination Council, so various national medical examinations according to related laws, regulations, and rules. They also are in charge of certifying foreign doctors that wish to practice within Chinese territory. The group is also in charge of structure design, item development, data management, and science research for administrated examinations. The number of examinees applying for all services exceeds 1 million every year. Obviously, this is not only for our involvement with them, but the entire spectrum of testing and certification that NMEC applies. Obviously, the numbers are staggering as we're talking about a very large country with a very big population. We have a short video here of the first national laparoscopic final competition. So this was organized by NMEC, and this was a national sort of competition in China based on our simulators, where specific tasks were designed and benchmarked, and this is actually a video of the final competition. It's in Chinese, I apologize for that. 'So there you have it. The Rigshospitalet in Denmark. So this is a very recent development, of the past few months. The Danish Vascular Society, Vascular Surgery Society, has collaborated with Dr. Jonas Eiberg. He's a chief physician at the Vascular Surgery Department at the Rigshospitalet, and they have developed a test using our AngioMentor platform, which they plan to deploy in a number of centers throughout Denmark. And the idea is that physicians will be that are undergoing vascular surgery must pass a simulation exam before they're allowed to operate on patients. In the words of Dr. Eiberg, at Rigshospitalet, we have taken it a step further. Our vascular surgeon residents simply do not come close to patients until completing simulation training and all exams. That order is the only one that makes sense. We agree. The CASH 3 vascular surgery exam in the Netherlands is another very good example. This is a program that has been running for the past 4 years, where in one specific center in Twente, the University of Twente, you have vascular surgeons from all over Holland coming to be certified. This is behind the test is an idea to test in the typical clinical situations associated with a workstation, various learning resources available in the TechMed Simulation Center, so advanced virtual reality, endovascular and open repair simulators, which is we provide the first part. We have simulation patients, diagnostic modalities, e-learning modules in preparation for any workstation, and the knowledge of skills of any individual vascular surgery differentiate are assessed by a faculty of each workstation and are included in the digital competence-oriented surgery training portfolio of each one of the trainees. I have a little video here from Holland showing the testing going on.
Ja, de basis ligt bij het opleidingsplan heelkunde van 2007 dat geschreven is.
Bob Gilkerken,
dat geeft de wetgever ook aan dat wij moeten kijken of wat we aan eindtermen hebben geformuleerd ook werkelijk gehaald worden. Dus er moet een toetsmoment zijn aan het eind van de cursus waarin de lat landelijk behaald wordt, het niveau wat we met z'n allen willen. En daarvoor hebben we georganiseerd, en dat is uniek, dat bijna alle opleiders vanuit Nederland gezamenlijk hands-on stations de assistenten beoordelen in de 7 grote domeinen die de vaatchirurgie kent.
And you see they're covering different aspects of vascular surgery.
De cache is opgebouwd volgens een vast stramien.
Beginning with e-learning.
Voorbereiding hebben ze een kennistoets. Ze kunnen zich voorbereiden met e-learning. Daar is dan een workshop omheen gebouwd waarin de basis is een casus. Dus de kennis van de praktijk. Daarna de kennis van de vaardigheden.
Hands-on.
En een reflectiemoment. Wat ging goed
Feedback
en wat kan
sessions.
beter. En dat leggen we dan op als een blauwdruk over scherp heen op het opleidingsplan. Dan kijken we of het niveau gehaald is, zo'n scherp gezegd is.
Also a theoretical exam.
Dan krijgt iemand een op- of boven niveau.
Industry workshops around as well, obviously. And that's an interesting aspect of how to finance these testing.
Vijf en half, 6 jaar geleden werd hier het ECTM hier geopend. We hadden een open dag. Ik liep daar rond en ik dacht, ja, die invulling van dat toetsen. We zochten daar hoe we dat moesten doen. En dat moet je kunnen. En toen is er eigenlijk een carte blanche gegeven om het binnen de contouren van scherp te organiseren. En in alle eerlijkheid, het succes hiervan is toch voor 20% een hele grote inzet van de verschillende opleiders. Die zeer gewaardeerd wordt. Zonder hun kan het echt niet. Maar voor 80% de kracht, de techniek, het organisatietalent van het ECTM.
So that's the CASH 3, the CASH 3 program in the Netherlands. I should point out that both Netherlands and the Danish approach probably represent the most pragmatic and simple approach to implementation of these certification programs. Perhaps also because both these nations are, well known for their pragmatic approach to such large-scale problems. So Next program is from the USA. This is the APDVS, the American Program Directors of Vascular Surgery. This is a collaboration in development of fundamentals of endovascular skills, the FEVS program, for training and assessment. The APDVS supports over 100 US vascular surgery program directors and plays a critical role in establishing vascular surgery training standards in the United States. A new training and assessment curriculum. There's the fundamentals of vascular and endovascular surgery, was developed by the APDVS and 3D Systems. This was led by Professor Gene Bismuth for over 10 years. So this took quite a while. The FVS encompasses core technical vascular and endovascular skills and serves as an objective to measure and to determine if a vascular surgeon is competent. VES will be used for assessment of all vascular surgery residents. So very similarly to the Dutch model, except it took way longer to develop. The curriculum structure of the APDVS, the FEVS curriculum, includes both a physical and anatomical models for hands-on training and an identical virtual simulation model on the Angiomentor simulator for hands-on assessment exam. So you can see here in the pictures, we both developed the actual virtual reality model, which coincides exactly with the physical model that we also developed. This is a 3D printed vascular pathway, so to speak, and this was the main thinking behind the program. And in the words of Professor Bismuth himself, and Professor Bismuth helped us develop the program. His words are, I believe that training on the Symbionics Angiomentor should become an integral part of any endovascular curriculum. It provides residents and fellows with a step-by-step training on fundamental skills as well as various procedures and anatomies. Not only does the simulator have a realistic haptics and visuals, and the range of complex scenarios and enhanced performance matrix allow our trainees to attain essential technical and cognitive expertise before working on our real patients. Now, obviously, Professor Bismuth is collaborating with us and talking about our hardware, but I should mention also that I think this kind of forward thinking is what is really needed in general in all fields of medical simulation. And not specifically to Symbionics products. I did want to sort of give you a preview of some of the new things that we are working on, specifically within the endovascular field. We have added a new module that it's a sort of an add-on to existing systems, which helps manage radiation safety training. I'll show you a quick video from Professor Baltal, who is the head of the Israeli Vascular Surgery Society.
Fluoroscopic procedures produce substantial radiation exposure to both patient and staff. Operators must use protective equipment and understand basic rules of patient and personnel radiation safety. Recently, Symbionics has developed a new radiation awareness real-time application for the Angiomentor endovascular simulator. Using See the Invisible application, the proctor can effectively present three basic principles for personal protection: time, distance, and shielding. Using augmented reality technology, the application shows real-time radiation scatter in the room, taking into consideration the CR projections and other imaging parameters. The system has a visual display showing colored indications which gives the user insights about the current dose exposure in each location. Using the integrated technology, trainees can practice a procedural simulation case while reviewing the effects of the position geometry, scatter radiation, and as such can acquire necessary skills for safe practice in fluoroscopy guided interventions.
So there you have it. This was a sort of a taste of some of the new things we are working on, specifically in the endovascular field. You have probably noticed from this presentation that there is a large number of programs around the endovascular field with regard to certification. This is no fluke. We have also noticed as a manufacturer of endovascular simulation that what we define as the hospital market or the medical simulation center or skills labs market, endovascular demand for endovascular simulation has grown exponentially in the last 3 or 4 years, whereas before most of our sales were geared mostly at industry partners. This has changed radically, and a lot of the sales that we're doing recently are focused on simulation centers, and this has also affected both the focus of what we develop within this field, and at the same time has also sparked what you've seen in this presentation as new certification programs popping up around the world where we are collaborating, and in other cases where they simply pop up even without our direct involvement in the development and in the sort of rolling out of these programs. So that was my presentation for today. I'd like to thank you very much for the time, and thank you all for joining me today. And I'm free for any questions if anyone has.